Alright, so today we're going to go over the 6 different types of balance training we do with the Longevity Fitness Project. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start here with Reactive Balance. With this stuff, we're going to be using the blaze pods, and the whole idea here is you react as the lights change. In here, we're always going for the yellow, so when we go ahead and hit the yellow, it switches to the other side. There's lots of different stuff we can do this. We're going to start very basic, stand on one foot, hit the yellow. As you do this, if you need assistance, you can hold on as little as possible, but as much as needed. And then we can also stand on something, make it more challenging, do the same kind of thing. We can also do this with a hand variety, where we are putting the pods up on here. And here we can go in the same regard where we're only using our hands. And then also we can play around and walk on a beam doing the reactive balance stuff. So this one, we're just standing on the beams and getting the yellow. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds of things we'll do with the lights. There's the reactive balance, general idea. Alright, so after the reactive balance stuff, we'll go into the instability, which is what it sounds like. Basically, we'll pick a piece of equipment that is much less stable under your feet, and we'll do a simple exercise on those pieces of equipment. So with the springboard here, some things that I like to do are lateral step-ups, front step-ups, knee raises, those kind of things. And again, like anything else in here, with the balance stuff, we can hold on if needed. With the slack line here, we'll also do the knee raises with the slight pause, lateral leg swings, and try to just stand there on one foot. With a wobble board here, we can do isometric holds, so where you're just standing on one foot, trying not to move, which is way tougher than you think, especially when you just bend the knee a little bit. We can do knee raises. Basically, any of the balance exercises you can think of, you can go ahead and add a piece of equipment to it. And then after the instability training for balance, we've got a core training where we'll do a lot of balance work with that. We can start with the simple bird dogs. We can do what I call drunken bird dogs, with the Swiss balls moving all over the place on you. We can do Swiss ball planks, more balancey kind of stuff. We can make it even more challenging and rock it back and forth. We can do slackline planks. The stealth board here, which is really pretty awesome. You can put your phone in here and play some video games while you do this. Make it a lot more fun and a lot more challenging. We can also do planks and push-up kind of things on the terracores and the terraglides. So yeah, basic core stability, core balance stuff. Alright, so after the core balance, we'll go ahead and move into impact balance, and like anything else we do, we can make it more challenging by standing on something, or we can make it a little bit easier by holding on. Impact balance is essentially keeping yourself balanced while either taking a hit or throwing a hit. So we're going to go ahead and start here by standing on one foot, punching or stiff arming the reflex back. So we can get it in that way. Or we'll go over to the heavy bag here. We're going to go back into the bird dogs, but this time we're going to do some stiff arms with the bird dog. Another Another variety we can do there is stand on one foot, stiff arm here. Make sure you go both sides, or we can also do a lateral variety, where again you're standing on one foot and you're throwing to the side. This one's a little tougher than it looks. And basic ideas like that. Alright, so after the impact balance stuff, we can head over to the balance beams. This is one of my favorite ones here. Really just going back to being a kid, walking on the curbs, but we're using balance beams. A bunch of different ways you can do it. The big things I've been doing lately is really just using the balance beams to incorporate our carries and our farmer's walks. It's a nice way to upgrade both the carries and the beams. There's a whole bunch of different varieties we can do. Here I'll just show you dumbbells, maces, chains, really whatever you want to do to make it more fun and more challenging. Alright, so the final balance movement that we do in here, that we currently do in here, is the Wobble Walk. And the Wobble Walk is essentially just a bunch of whatever balance equipment that we aren't currently using for that day. We will just go ahead and put in a line, and we will essentially use this as a way to add a lot of instability to essentially a balance beam, but obviously way harder. So there you have it. There's the 6 different balance movements we have in here. Each one of those 6 different movements has essentially an infinite level of exercises that can be done. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you'll start improving your balance here soon.